I'm Tracy Tillinghast. I work for Topa Insurance and I'm the Chief Information Officer. We're a small commercial carrier. We sell excess commercial property and commercial auto. We also do a number of programs. InsuranceNow gives us a flexible platform that we can make changes to very quickly to respond to market conditions and give the users a very good experience. One of the things we're excited about is the direction that Guidewire in general seems to be going with their API strategy to allow us to integrate with a multitude of third parties. So we're not locked into having to work directly with Guidewire or build it ourselves. We have different solutions that we can pursue that are much easier based on the strategy Guidewire is taking. One of the examples is One Inc. So we're working with them right now for digital claims payments, and it's a relatively easy process just because of the approach that Guidewire has taken.
Welcome everyone. We started with that clip from Topa because what Tracy just talked about was the inspiration for this session, which is all about fueling innovation by making third-party integrations easier. We know business agility is paramount to your success, and one area where things can slow down is around integration. If we can just reduce friction a little bit or even eliminate friction when it comes to finding and integrating with third-party solutions, then your business can be more agile and ultimately more successful. And that's exactly what Guidewire Marketplace does. It makes finding and implementing third-party solutions easier, enabling your business to innovate faster. And to talk to us more about Marketplace is my colleague, Ryan Smith.
Thanks, Phil. I actually started my career here at Guidewire working with InsuranceNow. So this session is personally important to me as well. I feel like there's never been a better time to be an InsuranceNow customer. Since you might be a little newer to the Guidewire Marketplace, Phil and I thought it would be a great idea to just take a brief moment, give you a tour, and show you around what the Marketplace has to offer. So the first thing you'll notice right on the homepage of Marketplace are these curated app collections. They're curated by the experts at Guidewire to provide an easy way for you to see apps from a variety of categories and topics. And of course, there's one right here on the homepage specifically for InsuranceNow. When we go into that collection, we see a list of apps that are available to you, and you can even search and filter those using the checkboxes here on the left-hand side. So you can shortlist this down to specific categories or specific things that you're looking for. You'll also notice you can subscribe to our Marketplace newsletter right here from the homepage and from these search results. So you can always stay informed and up to date on all the topics related to the Marketplace and the growing Guidewire ecosystem. But on the list of apps that we see here, for example, if I wanted to filter these and only see payment providers, I could do that. And then I could also filter this to only show me results from apps that are specific to InsuranceNow. I can also utilize the search bar at the top of the screen here to maybe just type in the word payments and see what apps are available that way. And again, using these filters, I can select InsuranceNow as the product to only show me the apps that I'm interested in, the apps that I care about. So from this list of results here, you'll see a variety of different apps and providers. CoreLogic, you can see, is one of our newest partners that we've added for InsuranceNow. And simply clicking on any of these apps brings us into a page that gives a variety of different details and information about this app specific to InsuranceNow. You'll see a media slider where you can see videos, screenshots, and images all provided by the app developer. And the Details and Documents tab also allows you to see brochures, case studies, and any other information that the developer has decided to share with you through the Marketplace. It's all designed to help you get as much information about this partner, about this solution as you can, and be educated about its capabilities to see if it's right for you and your business. The new Marketplace experience that we launched in March is really the first of a larger set of releases, and so there's going to be new capabilities and new features that we're going to be adding, and of course, more new apps on the way as well.
Awesome overview, Ryan. But I do have a question. How do apps make it to the Marketplace? Like, can anyone put apps up there?
Yeah, great question, Phil. It's Guidewire. We have a whole team of folks who work behind the scenes with our Partner Connect solution partners. We have a group of individuals known as our alliance managers who work with app developers and partners who want to offer their solutions in the Marketplace. The first step to that process is to work with our alliance managers and become a member of the Partner Connect Solution Partner Program. And our alliance team works with those app developers and solution providers to, first of all, help them understand the best way to develop their app and make it available into the marketplace. And once those apps have been developed by our partners, we run them through a rigorous set of tests through a program we called Ready for Guidewire. And we're validating these apps before they hit the marketplace to ensure they meet the level of security, quality, and compatibility that you would expect from Guidewire and our partners. Through that program, we then make those apps available to you through the Guidewire Marketplace so that you know you can download that solution or implement that solution with confidence, understanding that it's not going to cause any problems in your environment. It's going to be compatible with your software.
That's certainly good to know, Ryan, and a perfect lead into the next part of the session, almost as if we had it planned. In the next part of the session, we're featuring two Partner Connect partners who have built integrations with InsuranceNow. First, we have OneInc. OneInc offers a comprehensive platform for InsuranceNow for processing premiums. OneInc can improve your customer experience by providing the choice for customers to pay when they want, how they want, and where they want. And with us today from OneInc is Chief Sales Officer Kevin Ostrander. The second partner we're featuring is OneSpan. OneSpan signs for Guidewire InsuranceNow enables insurance companies to accelerate the approval process and get documents signed faster, including new business applications, waivers, beneficiary forms, and claims documents. And with us today from OneSpan is Vice President of Marketing, Mary Ellen Power. So Mary Ellen, let's start with you. First of all, thanks for joining our session. Please spend a few minutes talking a little bit more about the OneSpan integration, the problem it solves, and how InsuranceNow customers can get value from it.
Hey, thanks, Phil. It's great to be here today. So digital transformation isn't a new topic in insurance, but COVID-19 has definitely changed the priorities and the pace. And with this pandemic, our industry has been pushed into the virtual world overnight. So the problem facing insurers is, how do you maintain business productivity in this new normal? And that includes helping an existing customer purchase a new product or signing a new customer remotely. So before I answer that, I want to share a COVID story about one of our insurance customers. When the world moved to a remote work environment, this carrier already had implemented e-signatures, and they were able to get every line of business that required a signature or approval up and running in 72 hours. That's 18 lines of business across all their distribution and communication channels. So I'll share a little bit later how that carrier used COVID to help transform the way they do business. So how can OneSpan help you close business faster and improve profitability while still complying with regulations? Well, we do that by embedding our secure e-signature service into InsuranceNow. OneSpan Sign empowers you to keep any process requiring approval 100% digital. And with these signatures, you can close a new applicant in 15 minutes in a single session. For claims, you can get a doctor's signature on an authorized document or form in minutes. For onboarding, you can hire a new employee or a new agent remotely. And you can e-sign contracts for supplies and services to keep your business running. So any process that needs consent or approval can leverage the OneSpan Sign e-signature service embedded in InsuranceNow. And we've done all the integration work, so it's as easy as turning on a feature in the platform. So what makes us unique? Why did InsuranceNow choose OneSpan Sign? Well, there are two major differentiators. The first is white labeling. So just like InsuranceNow, we completely white label our solution, so your brand is front and center with the client. And that's very important because customers trust your brand. They expect that the entire online experience is going to take place on your website. And what research has confirmed for us is that consumers are more aware of phishing attacks today. So if they think they're leaving your website and being handed off to an unknown service in the midst of that process, they might get suspicious and abandon it. So that's why white labeling is so important. It's going to build trust and it's going to increase completion rates. Now, the second differentiator is the security behind the scenes. We use advanced encryption to tamper seal signed documents. Now, if anyone tries to make a change to a document after it's been signed, they won't be able to pass it off as a legitimate document. Think of this as your insurance policy. It's built-in security that guarantees both integrity and authenticity. So to wrap it up, what's the benefit of adding e-signatures to InsuranceNow? It's probably pretty evident. The first thing is that you're going to be able to keep your business going. You can service your existing customers and you can bring on new applicants remotely. Your clients also get the speed and convenience that they're looking for in their preferred channel. Back to the carrier story. So to illustrate how much our world has changed in a year, this carrier has implemented a new internal policy. If you want to revert to paper for any reason, you've got to build a business case. So now the default way is 100% digital. Paper is out. So I'm going to leave you with this. InsuranceNow is giving you a competitive edge by adding the OneSpan e-signature service so that you're putting your customers' needs and experiences first.
Thanks for a great overview, Mary Ellen. It's clear there's a lot of value in providing e-signature capability. We all know how important speed is to any customer workflow, especially in this day and age of heightened expectations. Kevin, I also want to thank you for joining us today. Now it's your turn to introduce our audience to OneInc and talk about the value that OneInc integration can bring to InsuranceNow customers.
Hey Phil, it's great to be here, and we certainly appreciate the partnership. OneInc is a digital payments provider that focuses exclusively on the P&C industry. We have over 165 customers that use our technology to solve insurance-centric challenges around many insurance carriers' most frequent customer touchpoint, which is taking a payment or making a payment. The problem is consumer expectations with how they expect to pay for goods and service and how they expect to have self-service capabilities have risen dramatically. If you think about your day-to-day life, when you go down to your local coffee shop, a Starbucks or a Dunkin' Donuts, and you make a payment, you're no longer using a credit card or a debit card, you're using an application on your phone. It's very, very easy to make that payment. And when you talk about dispersing funds or sharing funds on P2P applications, it's as simple as going to an application on your phone and doing things like Venmo or PayPal. From a carrier perspective, a recent PwC study said that it was 7 to 9 times more efficient and less expensive to keep your current customer than it is to gain a new customer. And when you look at what the most frequent customer touch point is for carriers, it is on the process of taking a payment. The vast majority of your consumers don't go through a claims process at any given point in the year. So that opportunity for carriers that we work with is really around how do you optimize that customer experience to take payments and make payments across how your customers prefer to pay and how your customers prefer to receive funds. OneInc has built technology designed exclusively for the P&C industry to solve these challenges. We allow insurance carriers to create a center of excellence around their payment operations to really engage with their consumers. Let's talk a little bit about how OneInc is unique. We always talk about the concept of taking a payment or making a payment isn't necessarily that complex. What's complex is the unique insurance challenges that you have as a carrier. On the inbound payment side, it's having easy technology that OneInc offers that we can sprinkle across all of the different touch points you may have your consumers or your agents making a payment today. For example, a consumer portal for your CSRs, directly in InsuranceNow, which is available integrated out of the box, or alternatively in an agent portal. Enabling emerging payment channels via OneInc technology that has a great customer experience embedded across all of those different channels, allowing you to do things like taking Google Pay or taking Apple Pay or allowing someone to make a payment via Venmo or PayPal. Taking it a step further, talk a little bit about some of our unique insurance routing capabilities that we have, where you may take a inbound payment where premium and commission is associated with it, and OneInc has automated routing capabilities so your finance team isn't sending funds to multiple bank accounts. We can manage that all out of the box with a single payment transaction. On the disbursement side, we go back to that concept of, hey, it's not necessarily hard to do a push to ACH payment, but when you get into insurance-centric workflows around single party, multi-party, mortgagee, and lien holders, doing all of that with one technology that enables the digitization of those processes and frankly enables outbound payments to be digitized is incredibly important. And finally, doing that with a single provider, right? On the inbound and outbound payment side, both premium payments collection as well as claims disbursement, our technology optimizes that customer experience by creating a single central customer wallet, allowing you to take a payment from an insured and make a payment back to that payment instrument that's already on file. From a finance perspective, having a single centralized provider allows you to do detailed financial reporting and reconciliation in one location. And maybe for this audience, the most important component is our out-of-the-box integration with InsuranceNow. We've got many customers that are using our application, including organizations like TOPA, which talked a little bit earlier. And that out-of-the-box integration allows us to get our application up and going very, very quickly and allows you as a carrier to enable your end-to-end customer experience in a very, very short timeline.
Thanks, Kevin. I think sometimes we overlook how important the actual payment process is. As you said, it plays a crucial role in the customer experience, and carriers need to make sure that they have the tools in place that provide the choice their policyholders expect. So for the last part of this session, we're going to look at these two integrations in action in an InsuranceNow workflow, because the real value in Marketplace is not just getting a single app, it's being able to build an ecosystem of solutions that work together to automate workflows across your entire business. So with that said, we're going to have my good friend Travis walk us through a scenario where an underwriter at innovative insurance company is ready to send out a homeowner's policy application for signature. So let's see how this works.
Let's kick things off by taking a look at the e-signature process using the OneSpan integration. Now, what you're seeing on screen is a personal lines application, and the application is ready to go out and get signed. So we're going to jump over here as an underwriter and create a correspondence. And we have a variety of different templates. And as an underwriter, you could choose any document to get signed. In this case, we've set up an Accord application. Now go in here and you'll notice that the delivery method is set to e-signature. I'm going to go ahead and change who I want to send this e-signature to. I'm going to deselect the producer just to save a little time and update the email address. Now I'll go ahead and process that correspondence. And I'll come down here to my e-signature tab. And in here, I can actually see a real-time status of whether or not that e-signature application has been signed or not. So right now, we just see that it's been sent to Jim's email and it's a status of sent. So let's jump over to Jim's email and sign that application. So we're now here in Jim's Gmail account. I have an email from the OneSpan integration. Of course, this would be branded to your company name. And I get a simple email, again, with some language. Whatever you want to put in here would be applicable. I'll go to the documents. And from here, it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to display an e-signature consent form. Just going to go ahead and accept it. And then I'll be able to view this particular application. In this case, it is an Accord. I can require them to initial and sign in different spots. It doesn't have to be one spot. In this case, I'll just scroll down to the middle here and click to initial. And then I'll scroll down to the signature page and click to sign. From here, I can view the signed document or just simply exit out. Now, back over here in our underwriter's view, I'm going to go ahead and refresh my e-signature status page. And now that Jim has actually signed, I get a status of signed. I also get a time-stamped signature date. In addition to that, I can jump over here to my policy file, and I can see not only the Accord application that I generated to be emailed out, but I can actually pull up the signed Accord application. From here, I can verify the initial as well as the signature. As you can see, that was a very quick demonstration of getting the application signed. Let's take a look at the OneInk integration. We're going to flash forward just a moment in time. I'm going to take this policy that you're seeing here for Jim, and we're going to issue it and going to take a look at it once it's issued from his perspective within the service portal. And within the service portal, I'll show you just how to make a payment from an insured perspective. So you're now seeing that service portal. Jim's policy is issued, and he's in here, and he's going to make a payment leveraging that OneInk integration. So right at the top here, you see the billing information. And in fact, Jim does have a $300 amount due. So let's just go ahead and click right into that. And we can see the payment schedule if we want to. It's a 4-payment schedule in this particular case. Now let's select Pay Now. Now within here, what you're seeing is a 4-step wizard. I'll go ahead and add a new credit card, confirm Jim's information pre-filled correctly. And what you're seeing here is the OneInk interface. So I'm going to go ahead and enter in a credit card number. I'll enter in an expiration date. I'll confirm that's Jim's credit card on file and enter Jim's address. And we'll go ahead and submit this. This is going to confirm we're authorizing Guidewire to make that payment. So I'll go ahead and save the payment method. And OneInk in the background is actually taking a token from that information and verifying that it is an actual credit card so that we can actually process that payment. So it is yet to actually process that payment. As soon as I select Make Payment on the screen, it will do the actual payment processing. It's important to note that InsuranceNow is not storing that credit card number. It's all passed back and forth with a token from OneInk. And as you can see here, very quickly, we were able to successfully make a payment. We can return to the account detail page and see that that payment's already been applied. If I jump back to my home screen, and of course, you can see that there's no longer a current amount due. So that was a quick demonstration being able to see the OneSpan e-signature integration, as well as making a payment leveraging the OneInk credit card payment processing through our insured service portal.
Thanks, Travis. Well, we hope you enjoyed our session and have a much better understanding of how Guidewire Marketplace apps can fuel InsuranceNow innovation in your business. I want to thank Ryan, Kevin, and Mary Ellen for joining me, and especially all of you for watching. Thank you.